Good afternoon. This is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com, and today I'm going to speak to you a little bit about trading psychology, the power of money in trading. My information is Melissa at thestockswoosh.com. If you would like to see some of my videos, you can also go to YouTube at The Stock Swoosh. I am doing a free lecture, and the topic is the power of money in trading, and it is going to be about trading psychology. The date is this Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern Time, February 13th. You can go to this link, which is my trading room, and the password is swoosh for the event at 4:30 Eastern Time. So please come and join me and learn more about the power of money in trading and the trading psychology altogether. It's really about the power of the money and the market. Here is a chart of the QQQs, and you can see the nice green bar that we had on Friday in the market, and the range we've been in all the last month, and finally broke a little bit out of it, it looks like, on Friday. Not a lot out of it, but somewhat out of it. If you are on the side of the power of the money, you will make money in the market. If you are not on the side of the power of the money in the symbol that you're playing, or if you're playing the market in general, in trends, then you are not going to make money in the market. And this is somewhat what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. The stock market is accessible to anyone from any walk of life to trade it. Who makes money, though, in the market? And how do they make it? And why do they make it? And can you make money in the market, too, as an individual trader? As just one person sitting behind a computer at a desk, can you make money in the market trading? You have to learn where and when the money is on your side. This is a chart of Apple. Now, Apple was going up and up and up and up and up, was along for years, okay, for a very, very long time. And if you were in Apple long at the right time, at the right price, even if you were in at a crappy price, even if you were in Apple long at a ridiculously terrible price because you jumped on the bandwagon, if you held it, you got paid. Yeah, Apple was along for a long time. But it's not anymore right now, okay, and has not been for the last 4+ months. So you have to learn where to get in, where to get out, and where is the money on your side, and when is the money on your side. Because if you were in this long and you didn't get out up here, when it booped over $700 and up to 705 something, the money hasn't been on, the big money hasn't been on your side in this trade for months, and you've been in pain. Okay, if you were holding this position and you were long it way back here, you either be not up as much as you were, or you be down. All right, which is even more dangerous because you don't know where this is gonna halt here with these gaps it's been making. So we're gonna discuss that too, and how being on the side of the power of the money is so important. That makes a difference if you're profitable trading. That makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. If you want to be a professional trader, then it takes time. It takes effort. It takes learning what to do. And you have to invest in yourself. That investment in yourself could be classes. It could be one class. It could be a series of classes. It could be time behind the seat where you're sitting and trading live with real money. Time on a demo. Whatever you want to do to make it. But ultimately, I've got to tell you, you're going to have to do it all. If you want to become a professional trader, you're going to have to take real classes that cost you real money. If you want to become a professional trader, you're going to have to spend time behind your desk trading and pressing the buttons on a demo and with real money. You're going to have to do all of these things. And the more you do, the faster you do it, the faster you're going to see your success. If you spread it out over a long period of time that it takes you to do any one or a combination of these things, you're just prolonging your inevitable success. If you really want to be successful, your inevitable success you're prolonging. So it's really up to you. This thing could take a long time, or it could take a little bit of time. So the decision is yours. But everyone that wants to become a professional trader has to go through the process. And part of that process is understanding trader psychology. It's an investment in yourself to learn how money works in the market and how this translate into your trading success and how your mind plays a part in that as well. What is the relevance of psychology to your trading success? What is the relevance of this? If you really want to become a professional trader, if you want to be successful in the market, how is trading psychology relevant to anything that you're going to do that's going to translate into results? Well, easy. This is an easy question, because you're the one that's making the decisions, and what's going on in your head is affecting what you're doing with pressing the buttons on the machine, on the computer, to make the trading choices or the action that's translating into the results. I'm using a scale here as an example. This is a picture of an apple. But pretend this green apple is green bills, $100 bills, just stacked up as high as you can pile them. This scale is just showing you the weight where you can measure okay, your success as a trader based on several things. You can measure it on the quickness of the time it takes you to get from A to B. You can measure it on how much money you're making. You can measure it on yourself as a whole perspective. Just look at a circle. Pretend this apple is a circle. You can measure it as a whole circle, like this apple, as far as how successful you are if everything fits together and there isn't any breaks, no breaks in the circle, okay? So the bottom line is, if you want to be a professional trader, there can't be any breaks in that circle. And part of this will have to do with whether or not you understand the psychology behind what's going on in your head in reference to trading. And as crazy as it sounds, that is going to translate into how many $100 bills are stacked up on this scale. It makes a huge difference. You could have a couple pennies on the scale, a couple quarters on the scale, a couple dollar bills, or several $100 bills every day, piling and piling and piling and piling and piling up on the scale, where all of a sudden comes to the end of the month and you go get a check, or every 2 weeks, or however you pay yourself, and you realize, wow, you know, I've got a lot of money on that scale. Did really well this month. What was the difference? What did I do differently? Did I learn something from Melissa? Did I recently take a class? What's the difference? And then you start to go back and analyze what was going on in your head that month that created that action, the results for you to have several $100 on the scale, weighing this down, so heavy with money, or just a couple pennies where it could bounce off and the money could just fall off it at any second. So you've got to measure your success in translation in reference to the results, but also if there's any breaks in that circle. Because if 1 month the results are great, and the next month the results are terrible, and the next month the results are so-so, the overall there's breaks in that circle. Okay, so you have to look at yourself when you're determining what's going on with you to find out where the breaks are. So it's a combination of what is on the scale and what is the breaks in the circle, or whether or not there's any breaks in the circle for yourself personally when you're seeing your results. Because if you're all over the place and your swings are huge, that isn't good for your P&L. That isn't good for your head, for your progress as a professional trader or trading psychology. Anyone can make tons of money this month and lose it all the next month. You can go back and forth like that all day long. That isn't a professional. It really has to do with the power of your mind. And let me tell you something. Your mind is very powerful. My mind is very powerful. Understanding the psychology behind your trading and what you're doing and the market is extremely important. It's going to make a difference in how much money is on that scale at the end of the month. So it's about money in your mind. This is about the class we're going to do this week that I'm going to do on Wednesday afternoon. And here's an example of a gap I played the other week. This was just last week. Beautiful, nice golden gap. Had nice 2-day move here. And this chart is still lower, by the way. I know this had a green bar on Friday, but it was just a tiny green bar. And look what the market did. This stock is ready to go again. This is a beautiful golden gap. Just a nice continuation move setting up here, ready to go. Just make one more drop. A nice another little drop to the target. And again, we can talk about this on Wednesday, and we will in the webinar, about the psychology behind why these gaps are doing what they're doing, which is, again, the power of the money. Where and when, where to get in, when to get out, where's the side of the money, Where to get in on this one, just this move that happened was here. You could have played it this day as a day trade. You could have carried it overnight. There was a continuation in it. I knew it. And you could have played it the second day too as a day trade and got out, boom, and booked that money if you wanted to, or at least a portion of it you have to do after this 2 drops, and then wait to hold the rest down to the next target into here. See, $40. Actually, the real target, the next target is $39.50 on this one, I think. I have to go back and look at my worksheets. But this was a great example of be on the side of where the money is to get in and get out. Same thing here. If you played this gap right here, beautiful trade, nice day trade the next day, and a continuation gap all the way down. But if you didn't get the money out into this target, this first target here in this gap, you suffered back through your price if you're holding this even overnight. Where to get in and where to get out, the psychology behind trading, and also what's going on in your head when you're up all this money and you're happy as a clam and you think it's going to go on forever, and all of a sudden you start getting greedy, and that's not the case. You can't be like that if you want to be a profitable trader. So who is responsible for your success? When you get up in the morning and trade and make money, who is responsible for that success? You are. You are responsible for your own success. I am responsible for my own success. And you are responsible for the choices you make to get to that point, and so am I. If being a successful trader was just all about hard work, trust me, everyone who worked hard would be successful, but they are not. I know people that have worked their butts off trading for years and they're not successful. And in fact, they've quit. And it's unfortunate that they've quit because I could teach them what I know now. And they've gone on and done other things. But they'll probably be back because once the market grabs you, you kind of never lose that juice. And you know that you can do it. Even if you take a break, you come back. Why take a break? Why not just do it right the first time? If being successful as a trader was just about having a lot of money, everyone that had a lot of money would make money trading, but they are not. It requires much more than that. And trading psychology and understanding the power of money in the market is a huge, huge part of that. A real professional who trades every day live, presses the buttons, no matter where they are, New York City, Chicago, they could be anywhere on the planet. A real professional understands the importance of having a good relationship with money and trading psychology in reference to their own success and what's that is going to mean for their success every day, every week, every month, every year, to see the longevity in what they're doing as a career. Because that's what a professional is. A professional is someone that says, I'm a professional trader. This is my career. This isn't a job. This isn't something I'm doing on the side. This is my career. I'm a professional. So the Swoosh LLC empowers people to become successful and profitable traders. And that's what I am doing in the classes and the information that I teach. I am doing a new trader psychology series. This is very exciting. It's something I've thought about for a while, and now I'm finally doing it. And I think there's a need for this in the trading industry to a level that I am going to take it to. And you can email me for more information. However, the Swoosh LLC is beginning a new and exciting journey on educating traders on trading psychology. Be a part of this exciting series by participating in the very first class that I'm going to do in this series of lecture events. Learn how to take charge of your trading career with the power of your mind. Okay? That is what this is all about. You need a plan of action, and you will be rewarded for your efforts in the market if you have a plan of action and if you follow it. If you follow it, okay, that is where the trading psychology comes into effect. Some people get to the point where they don't even have a plan, and then they have a trading plan and they don't follow it. Why? These are the things we're going to discuss. You have to keep the goal in mind. The goal is the results. How are you going to see the results? What is it going to take for you to see the results? So the specialty class that I'm doing is going to be at the end of this month. This is the first series in the trading psychology series that I'm doing. The class is called Wealth Manifestation. This is series 1, and it's going to be a half-day course from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The cost is $350. And again, the title is Wealth Manifestation. The reward in your trading is the money. You have to keep that in mind. And I'm running a special for this first series of classes. It's 2 for 1. All class participants will receive 1 month free in the Swoosh trading room. What a fantastic idea. It is a great idea. It's a 2-for-1 for the price of one. So if you want to sign up and take this first class on trading psychology, this first class in a series of events that I'm going to be doing in the coming year, you will receive, with the cost of the class, when you pay the $350 for the class that's on February 24th, you'll receive the entire month of March in my Stock Swoosh trading room for free as a bonus. That is a great bonus because you'll be able to be in the room then trading with me and get my trading calls. The Stock Swoosh trading room equals results. This little guy with the bag of money, look at him. He's happy as a lark taking money home every day. Every day he gets a good gap. And the hours of the trading room are 8 a.m. to noon. It's a live trading room. I do golden gap calls. I do call my entries and exits with the targets. Normally for students who have taken my gap class, the cost is $200 a month. And for non-students, it's $250 a month. If you decide to take this special class with the free month of March and want to join as a full-time member, these are the normal fees. It is a very focused trading room that plays gaps based on technical analysis. That's what I do. That's what I do as a trader. And I put a nice little note here from Candle Trader. He said, hello, Melissa, you did it again. Your early call on FNSR with conviction was right on target. This was a couple weeks ago. I hope you carried it into the afternoon and made a lot of money because it dropped as low as $13.90. Your ability to pick FNSR was uncanny, just like your other picks. On the other hand, JCI moved up in the afternoon and closed at $31, just as you predicted. I took my money early in the morning. I did not participate in any of them in the afternoon, but I wished I had with FNSR. A nice move. This was a good first week for me in your trading room. Have a nice long weekend, Candle Trader. That was a nice little note when Candle first joined the room. It was, I think, the beginning of January, and I made a call, and he was very happy. That was his first week in the room. So I do have a great intuition and instinct, as my room members have noted about my trading. When I'm looking at gaps in the morning and looking at things that I'm deciding to pick, I could have 2 or 3 things, you know, within a very small range of a rating system and happen to pick the one that works. And say, I like this one. That is one of the benefits of being in my trading room live. That is a huge benefit, to be honest with you. So thank you very much for listening today. Here are the free lecture events. If you're interested, please come and hear me talk this Wednesday for the class at 4:30 Eastern Time. There's the information. And if you would like more information on my GAP course, which is the main class that I teach, the 2-day intensive course that I teach, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com and find out the upcoming class dates from me for March. And I hope to see you at the free lecture. Thank you and have a great day.